Alright, let's talk about the last three episodes and the series overall. Episode 7, What If Thor Were an Only Child? This was a very filler episode. It's really just Thor partying on Earth. Normally I'd hate it, but I was pleasantly surprised. All credit goes to Chris Hemsworth. His charm chimes through and made me enjoy this episode. Though I gotta say I'm not such a big fan of Thor without a beard. Once again, it's nice to see the return of actors reprising their roles from Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, Kat Dennings, Jeff Goldblum, and Colby Smulders. It was also cool to see Frost Giant Loki. There's not much of a plot here besides the ending that shows a cool Ultron with Vision and the Infinity Stones. Can't wait to see where that leads. I know a lot of people aren't going to like this episode, and I can see why, but for me, I enjoyed it. 7 out of 10. Episode 8, What If Ultron Won? One of the major complaints of Age of Ultron was that Ultron didn't seem that much of a threat, especially when you compare him to Thanos. Well, this episode remedies all that, maybe a little too well. Ultron looks very cool and menacing, but I feel like he becomes overpowered way too quickly. It would have been cooler to see him defeat the Avengers altogether instead of just a wary Tony. From there, he kills Thanos in half a second. That's way too easy. I would have appreciated if they showed at least one lengthy fight, either the Avengers altogether or Thanos. There were cool bits here and there, such as the Galactus cameo. Wonder when we'll see him in the live-action MCU. The Watcher going Super Saiyan, and the reverse endgame with Hawkeye and Black Widow, where this time, Hawkeye is the one that makes a sacrifice. But ultimately, this was a letdown for me, mainly because it struggles trying too hard to set up the finale that it forgets the self-contained story aspects needed for these one-off episodes. 6 out of 10. Episode 9, What If the Watcher Broke His Oath? We all knew this was coming, assembling a team composed of one character from each episode, except for the zombie one. Surprisingly, they didn't bring in Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. Only the zombie showed up for like 5 seconds. Thor's scream was hilarious. I think we would have benefited more if we saw a Gamora episode, though they did reveal in an interview that they had one but had to push it back due to COVID. I'll leave a link to the interview below if you're interested. Captain Carter in the Winter Soldier outfit looks amazing. After assembling together though, I felt like all the characters adjusted and accepted what was happening too quickly. I understand that they're tight on the runtime, but would have loved to see them interact more amongst each other, especially Star-Lord T'Challa and Killmonger Black Panther. This episode had some of the best fight scenes in the series overall. My two favorite were when Strange Supreme duplicates Mjolnir, and when Captain Carter and Widow had a double shield play against Ultron. I really liked that we got a teamfight moment versus Ultron, where it was all of the Guardians going at it with him. In the movie, you only got them fighting Ultron's minions. We never got a full team fight against him. In the fight though, Strange Supreme was pretty much carrying the entire team. He withstands the power of so many Infinity Stones, while shielding the others, damaging Ultron, eating up an explosion that would have destroyed the planet, and creating a pocket dimension. Ultron himself said that if he could stop Strange, it'd be over. I know it's implied that Killmonger was there to betray them and separate the stones, but I feel like it would have been more effective to just gather 10 or more Doctor Strange, maybe toss in a Captain Marvel in there, and just obliterate Ultron. The ending of the battle felt anticlimactic for me, though I can't quite put a finger on why. Probably because I'm not as invested in these characters as their live-action counterparts. It was nice though that all the characters get a nice ending, with a tease for Captain Carter. Though this does beg the question, Watcher broke his oath by intervening, and allowing Widow to move to another universe. Will there be consequences? Who knows. This was a thumbs up for me, though not the best. 7 out of 10. Overall though, What If, as the MCU's first animated project, is a definite win. DC has always been ahead when it comes to animation, but with this, Marvel has really stepped up their game. I very much enjoyed What If. It's a fascinating concept to explore. However, the biggest issue with these episodes are the runtime. It's too short, and because of that, most of the story and character development suffers from it. Maybe if they can extend the runtime for Season 2, things could be better. Overall, I give the series a 7 out of 10. Well, those were my thoughts. What were yours? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, see you next time.